Hey there, my name is Hugo Prince. I'm the host of the Road to the IPO, le podcast des entrepreneurs aguerris. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate. I also want to let you know that the podcast Road to the IPO is not available in all the other platforms. iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Please rate the podcast on iTunes, leave a comment, let me know if it's good. Let's start the show.
Got so much weight on my shoulders, enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You'll never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts. Just beware of the thorns. You're an honest man.
Road to the IPO, le podcast des entrepreneurs aguerris. Today's podcast is in English, and I have the great pleasure to have on the show Alex Thoric, digital marketer and entrepreneur. Hey Alex, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How's it going?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for accepting the invitation on the podcast. So, for those who
It's
don't
my
know you, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Well, as you already said, my name is Alex Thoric. Been doing marketing for about 2 years and a half, or I should say 3 years.
Yes.
And everything started when I read my first book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then I started working with a network marketing company here in Montreal. Did that for a little bit. Then I was going to college, was learning marketing. And at the same time, I starting buying courses online about social media, email marketing, Facebook ads, like all of that digital marketing stuff.
Okay.
And we had a point, so at some point at college, I had a marketing class and we had a case study. We had $2 million of budget and we had to promote the company.
Okay.
So I got that. I was like, sweet. So because I knew I had all of that knowledge from online world,
Yes.
I created a plan of like, okay, we're gonna run ads on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, because we had to create something for like teenagers.
Yes.
Also, we wanted to create an app and this and that. And at the end of the day, the teacher gave me like 60 or 65%. I was like, oh, well, I passed the class, but I was like, why 60? So I was curious. I came up to her and like,
Yes.
why 60%? She's like, you didn't show everything.
Yeah.
And I asked her, what do you mean by everything? She's
Okay.
like, well, there is also newspapers, there is TV, there's billboards. I'm
Okay.
like, why would you spend $10,000 on a billboard when you can put all this money into Facebook ads? And she's like, yeah, but it's kind of also a way to market. I'm like, yeah, but you're just gonna waste your money.
Yeah. That's not in the 21st century. The thing
Yeah.
in the past. Yes.
Yeah. And
So-
that's where like that happened. That's when I finished my semester and I stopped. Basically, I quit. I was still working with the network marketing company, and then I told a friend of mine about this whole thing, because I didn't want to like run for people. I wanted to work with people that were interested to join the team.
Yes.
So I came up. I found out funnels.
Yeah.
So let's say instead of running and looking for people would look for you.
Yes.
And that's where that whole idea came from. I told a friend of mine, Daniel, this whole concept. We started doing it, started working, and then we realized that local business owners have also hard times with social media.
Yes.
And that's when we decided to open a marketing agency.
Yeah. So before we go, like really talk about marketing, do you think that reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad changed your perspective about entrepreneurship?
That did a lot. Yeah. Well, actually, my dad. It all happened because of my dad. Well, because he always wanted me to be. Because he was in army for 20 years, and he wanted me to have a business, basically.
Okay.
And it's him who recommended me to read that book.
Yeah.
So when I read it, everything changed in my head.
Okay. Yeah.
So I did have that pattern, like go to school, get good grades, this and that.
Yes.
And I think I was 17 or 18 at the time. I think I was 17.
Yeah.
And I read that book and I was like, oh, there's this.
Yes. Because in that book, Robert Kiyosaki, who's the author, he explained there is a quadrant with the the full how do you make money, the first for
Yeah.
different ways. So entrepreneurship, and you also he talks about a lot about systems, and you also talk about the systems in your videos because there's a lot of small business owners, like you say, they don't have a system. They don't have anything for this. They want to do marketing, but they don't have any sales. They don't do follow ups. So you think there's a strategy and a system is very important?
It's super important, yeah, because in the beginning, even like me or like let's say my friends, I mean my business partners in the beginning, because we didn't know how to do it, of course,
Yes.
we didn't have that. And then by the time, like right now, I'm working with some guys, like I have mentorship and coaching with guys from US.
Yes.
We're working together on different systems, and I also help my clients with systems.
Yes.
Because what I noticed, let's take as an example a simple local business like a restaurant or a spa.
Yeah.
When when a potential client comes in, they fill out the form that's on Facebook. They're interested in the service.
Yes.
The lead comes in, you have to nurture them. You have
Okay.
to call them, text them, or email them. If they don't pick up the phone or if they don't answer it, you send them one more email or one more text.
Yes.
So it's super important to follow up. That's why people say that the fortune is in follow up.
Yeah. Money is in follow ups.
Yeah,
Grant Cardone says.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So but to do a system and to do follow up, you have to be like very disciplined. And I know one of the ways to get discipline is by sports and everything. So you do taekwondo. If I'm not wrong, are you a black belt? How does you work taekwondo?
Yes, I'm a black belt in taekwondo.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing taekwondo for I would say 12 years
Yes.
right now. Yeah. So I did it I started when I was a small kid when I was 7.
Yeah.
I did it until 13 or 14. Then I stopped. And then we came to Canada. I was watching Olympics 2016.
Yes.
And in that time when I stopped, they changed the style. So
Okay.
now they have kind of a new style.
Yeah.
And that's when I was watching the Olympics, I was like, I need to go back. So
So,
I went back. I got my black belt here.
yes.
I went to different competitions here and there. Toronto, I think 2 times. Well, most of them were in Montreal. We had a last competition recently, the Chungley Cup.
Yes.
I went there. It was pretty interesting experience. And now getting ready for Canada Open.
Okay.
That will be a tough one.
So what do you think, like doing taekwondo, is this a good experience that you can take it for entrepreneurship? What do you learn from taekwondo that you apply in entrepreneurship right now?
Well, I would say whether it's taekwondo or like sports in general, well, I would say especially martial arts, because
Yes.
in martial arts you learn discipline, you learn patience,
Yes.
respect, and these are the most, I would say, important disciplines for entrepreneurs. And let's say, since those people that decided to become entrepreneurs, we always have all those ups and downs, not just like, let's say, those people that have a 9 to 5, people that have a simple 9 to 5 job,
Yes.
they also, of course, everyone has ups and downs.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to build a business, you have way more of those hard times.
Yes.
And taekwondo helps me a lot, because let's say I might have a crazy day, or like let's say my last week was crazy.
Yes.
Like last 2 clients, got 3 more new. I was like,
Up and downs. Yeah.
huge wave, yeah. And at the end of the day, I go to the gym and I'm there. I
Okay.
forget about everything and I'm there,
Yeah.
because I know that my coach is there,
Yeah.
and there is no way I won't do something because he'll push me.
Yes, it's true. Because it's funny, there's a lot of athletes and everything. They have that mindset of being the discipline, and then they want to start their own business, and they want it like fast. They want the money, but they forget that them being an athlete was passion. So just to take that to putting in entrepreneurship, because I see it a lot on the internet. A lot of athletes, they want to go fast in business when they know that it's a process. Yeah.
It is true, yeah. It is like a sport. You just practice it, and then you become better and better and better.
So let's say there's someone listening or watching this podcast, and he asks you, how can I take that mentality to entrepreneurship? How can I take that to the entrepreneurship? I'm an athlete. I already have the discipline. So how can I just put it on entrepreneurship?
Well, if the person is athlete, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that. I, I would say everything starts with the mindset,
Yes, yes,
and there's always, in order to create the discipline, you should have that, let's say, daily routine.
yes, yes,
So what I usually do, I have the morning routine when I wake up, let's say at 5:30 or 6.
yes.
My goal is to wake up at 5, so getting there.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's say I wake up, I have the morning routine where I work out. I have a light workout for like 20
yeah,
minutes. I read a book for 20 minutes,
yeah,
and then I write my goals and my wins from the previous day
yeah.
for 20 minutes. So I have 1 hour for myself.
Okay,
I know that everyone else is sleeping, and the whole city, like, yeah, the whole city basically is sleeping,
okay,
and there is no noise, so I can focus on my stuff.
okay.
Sometimes I do go out. I can go for a walk or even for a jog.
Yeah. So it's the mindset. The mindset, you have to switch the mindset to the entrepreneur side project. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the morning routine helps a lot.
Yeah.
Also, what some people do, they have daily affirmations.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That that helps a lot because you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself you're this and that and this and this in the present tense,
Yeah.
basically. And when you say it over and over and over again, your unconscious mind starts believing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and then you're ready for the day and for the whole week. So let's say today is Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're ready for the whole week.
Because as an athlete, most of them already have victory, so they already know success. So let's say like somebody that didn't have any success as an athlete and wants to start as an entrepreneur, it's very hard for him to start from zero. But an athlete that really has success, the only thing he has to say, as you say, just to switch the mindset to money and everything. That's the only thing they have to say. Well, I believe that. Yeah,
Well, yeah, it is true.
cool.
Exactly.
So what did you decide to become an entrepreneur, Alex? What was it that what make you to start your living on your own terms?
I don't know why. Whenever I worked somewhere, I couldn't work there for a long time. And
Yes.
it's not that I was a terrible employee there. It's just I couldn't stand it for a long time. So my longest job that I had was 1 year,
Okay.
and after 6 months, I was fed up, like really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or let's say I had another one when we just came to Canada and I was waiting to go to college.
Yeah.
So I had to wait 9 months just because I was waiting. Just because I was waiting for the college, I was working.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would quit the job in like 4 months.
Yeah. But it's funny. You said when you went in school, you already like wanted to like the project you did. You questioned the teacher and say, "Why did I have this?" And she told you something, but you didn't believe her. So you already have that mindset to really get the question by yourself, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. Well, even let's say there, um, everything that we were going through, it wasn't that. It was kind of boring, and I didn't have the same. Uh, I would say people that would surround me
Yes, yes.
with the same mindset.
Mhm.
They were interested in that. Nobody was interested in, let's say, like social media or stuff.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
that's why I decided like to go my way.
Go your way, yeah. So when go your way, because you knew what industry that you wanted to do, so it was social media. So
Yeah.
why? Because you did you see the future and you say, okay, I believe in this, or was it the opportunity, the money, or was it like why digital marketing?
Well, so in the beginning, um, so basically how it all came together, it was all rolling around marketing. So I started working with a network marketing company.
Okay.
I went, so when I was in college, my program was business administration marketing. So
Yeah.
some people went into accounting, I went into marketing. Then I started buying courses on about these topics, like social
Yes.
media and like that. Yeah, so it's also marketing. Then I started reading books on top of that.
Okay.
And usually, while let's say you're working with a network marketing company, they
Yes.
tell you to read specific books. So
Okay.
that's where my personal development process started. And while I was reading that, and then I'm sitting in the college, and I'm like, can we talk about something different?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes.
That also plays some kind of, I would say, a big role.
Yeah,
And then I started watching all those top marketers, top performers.
yes.
Russell Brunson, Frank Kern. Frank Kern is,
Yeah, yeah,
I love how he's doing everything. Like he doesn't like to sell. He's a terrible salesperson one on one.
yeah.
But how he does it, I mean, his marketing, I just love it.
Yeah, because you love funnels. I think that's something that you really love doing. Funnels like Russell Brunson. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because that's something that, like you say, you don't sell one on one. You sell by online. So, but most people that don't like to interact with people, I think that's very easy for them to really do a funnel and everything.
And yes and no, I would
Yes,
say,
no?
because at some point, so let's say when you're doing a funnel, you're talking to, so there's like two types of sales.
Okay.
One of my mentors, the maybe you heard about him, Steve Larson. He was, well, he's still
Yeah.
one of the best friends, Russell Brunson's best friends.
Okay.
So what he's saying is there are basically two types of a sale. So there is a one-on-one,
Yes.
and there's one to many. So let's say when you're on the stage, or you have a webinar,
Yes.
or even if it's a funnel, it's a one to many.
Okay.
So you need to take into consideration like everything. Let's say all the objections, like really go through everything.
Okay.
That let's say when at the same time, if you have a one-on-one sale, you might not need to use everything.
Okay. So, like for those that still don't believe in social media, because I believe there are some people, because you go to smiling business owners, and most of them maybe they don't understand social media, or they don't believe on it, because I don't know, but when you go there, how do you explain to them, to those people, look, this is if you do social media, this is what you get. How do you explain to them?
Well, usually what's their biggest problem, I would say, um, people, let's say they tried Facebook ads once,
Yeah.
they put those $20, they
Yeah.
tried it once, they boosted the post instead of running a whole campaign from the ads manager. They boosted the post, where they basically, let's say, spend their $20 and they didn't get any results. And they say, let's say, when I talk to them, they say, oh yeah, I tried Facebook ads, they didn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that they don't work. It's probably because you don't know how to make them work.
Yeah, they don't know how to. They try by themselves, and they don't know how to, and so they believe that it doesn't work. But
Yeah, which
yeah,
yeah, which makes sense because they're not experts in that, and social media changes these days like super fast,
yeah,
and there's always updates on, like, let's say, Facebook ads and Instagram ads and Google ads. Each and every platform, they all have different updates, and you need to keep up with that. And let's say, um, well, probably you have a business Facebook page, right?
yes,
So
yes,
let's say when you make a post on your business Facebook page, sometimes you get a notification from Facebook saying, "Hey, this post got 90% of engagement more. If you boost
yeah,
it for $5, 1,000 people will see this post." And small business owners, they're happy. They think,
okay,
"Oh, 1,000 people will see my post." They will, but
uh-huh.
you know how? They'll take the phone, and when they scroll it, they saw the post.
Yeah, they're just gonna scroll down and maybe just see it like 1 second, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of an issue, I would say. I mean, of course, there is a strategy behind, let's say, boosting a post. Let's say if the engagement of the post is really good, a lot of people liked it, people started commenting it, then it makes sense to boost it, because if these people liked it, other people, well, might also like it,
Yeah, it's true.
because there is a reason why those people like the post.
Okay, so it's about engagement. They have to be engagement. They have to comment and everything.
These days, yeah, it's a lot about engagement. So let's say if they like the post, Facebook doesn't consider it as a huge engagement. If they click on any other emojis, let's say
Yeah.
love, or what else is there? Smiling, angry, like any of the emojis.
All the emoticons, yeah.
Yeah. Or let's say if somebody commented, make sure that you comment right away. Well, it's not that right away, but you engage with them.
Okay.
And you engage with them in the comments. And if you have a conversation in the comments, Facebook will show it to more people.
Okay. Oh, that's
Because
nice.
yeah, because engagement is super important.
All right. So if those business owners that listen to the podcast are watching it, where they can contact you? Say, I want to work with Alex. Where can I contact Alex? What
Well,
shall
they can definitely go to thormarketing.ca or find me on any social media. It's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I think it's all the same. Alex Thoric.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna put all the links on the descriptions. So just a small break to let you know that Road to the IPO has finally some sponsor. 2CM and Partner Sync, an accounting firm. Eve and Ali, one of my dearest friends, and they're very good accountants. They have helped me a lot in my accounting. As an entrepreneur, freelancers, even people that have 9 to 5 jobs, you need very good accounting. So that's why I recommend them 2CM and Partner Sync. So they're based in Montreal. So if you are from Montreal and you listen to the podcast right now, you can give them a call or go to the website that I will put on the description. I will put the link on the description. So if you tell them that you listen to the podcast, they will give you a free consultation. Yes, a free consultation. So give them a call right now at 514-318-3711. 514-318-3711 and let them know that you listen to the Road to the IPO. So let's get back to the show. So what's the best thing to know about you, Alex? You're you're a marketer, you know a lot about marketing, you're an entrepreneur, but what's the best thing people want to, what's the best thing to know about Alex?
The best things to know about me? That's a good question, actually. Well, it's always fun to work with me.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Definitely.
But you also mentioned that you're a persistent person. You persist maybe in taekwondo, you persist in marketing, you persist in school. Do you think that's a very good trait to have?
It's a super important, yeah. So let's say, I would say 2 most important traits to have, and the ones that I was always following. I would say I was always implementing in my life is persistence and never quit.
Okay, never quit. Yeah.
If you do only these 2 things,
Yes.
you'll achieve success.
Yes. Yes. True. Persistence and never quit. Never give up.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what happens, you'll just go forward. Well, if something, let's say, if you can't go through it, just take a break and then continue, but don't stop.
Yeah.
I mean, don't quit.
Don't quit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe try a different way, but don't quit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Tweak it here and there a little bit, just like in marketing. So let's say when you create like ads or something,
Yeah.
and it's something doesn't work, you need to tweak, let's say, the copy or maybe the headline or change the image. So it's exactly the same thing. Yeah.
So never quit on the ads. I always tweak it. Yeah, that's what most people do. They quit on the ad. They say it doesn't work, like you say.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah. It's important to test.
Yes.
You never know. Like, let's say you can ask Frank Kern, like, will this work? He's going to tell me, I have no idea. Test it.
Yes.
Because you don't like, people can't tell. I mean, your target audience can tell you.
Yeah.
Because they buy with their wallet.
Yes, true.
And it's like not those people that just tell you that if it works or not. If you see that money are coming in, it means it works.
Well, the market decides. People decide.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you from? Because you're an immigrant from. Where are you from?
From Moldova, Eastern Europe.
Okay. So how does the entrepreneurship over there? Is there a lot of entrepreneur? Is it like here? Is it different?
It's not like here. Well, at that time it wasn't like here. Now probably people are working more on this. I remember when we just left, they had some kind of club for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
A group of people, like I think it was 5 people. They started a club for entrepreneurs over there, and they would invite like different local and international business owners,
Yeah.
like really big business owners. And I had a chance to go to two of those events. It was pretty interesting too. Got some insights there, knowledge.
Yeah, but do you think that over there is what people think about entrepreneurship? Did you see it in a good way? Because well, in my country they don't see it like as a good way as here. But what do you think?
I think it also depends from the person.
Yeah,
I mean, they can do something, but see, in those kind of countries, it also depends from the government.
yes,
Because sometimes it's so hard.
yeah, yeah,
Like it's hard to, let's say, get a job and like do like work 9 to 5,
yeah,
and then uh, plus on top of that, do the entrepreneurship. That's kind of tough.
yeah, true. But coming to Canada gives you a better opportunity to do this, huh?
Oh yeah, way more, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here it's like money grow on trees.
true.
Like, but you need to put in the work.
Yeah, you need to see the opportunity simply.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you. So, let's say, what's the best advice you can give to entrepreneurs that want to start their own business or people that already are in entrepreneurship? What's the best advice you can give them?
The best advice in terms of marketing or in general?
Well, in both, let's say. Something that can relate on both.
Um, always learn new things,
Yeah.
because today's world is changing too fast,
Yes.
and especially with social media,
Mm-hmm.
we need to be up to date with all the new features that we have, because one day you never know, like if robots will kill us, so we need to make sure that they don't.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. You never, you never know. I was learning new stuff. I was learning new stuff. Always, in general, in marketing, it change every day. It changes.
It does, yeah, it does change like crazy.
So for the
something
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
something that worked a year ago doesn't work these days.
But why do you think it goes so fast? Because what do you
Right.
think? What do you think is always changing marketing?
Well, because of the social media, because of the speed of the information. So let's say, yeah, for example, yesterday there was a glitch with Google,
Yeah, yeah, yes,
with Google, Shopify, Vimeo, well, of course, YouTube, because it's under Google.
yeah,
And I I found out about that on Facebook. Somebody posted in a Facebook group, and another person, another, and then they start commenting. Now imagine how much time it would take, let's say, news
yes,
to come over to the place, or even just, let's say, go live and
yeah,
tell people about this.
yes,
These days, you get a notification, you check it out, and you have the news on the phone.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, and even when you check it out, it's already but all news already. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, like, yeah, if we take today and let's say 10 years ago,
Yes, it's true.
there's like huge difference.
So it's always good to be learning new skills and learning in general. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm pretty sure jobs that we have these days will disappear. Well, let's say like simple jobs like shared McDonald's,
Yes.
like all those machines,
Yeah.
and people love us.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, some jobs are gonna disappear, and we hopefully there is new job that's gonna come along.
Of course.
Yes, true.
Yeah, there's just like always change.
I would change it. All right. So for the last question of the podcast, what is success to you? I know that you want to live your life in your own terms. What is success? What is success for Alex?
What is success for me?
Yeah.
Well, as you said, live my life on my own terms,
Yeah.
and make sure that my parents are happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they did a lot in order for us to come here, to bring me and my brother here.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, they sacrificed really a lot.
Yeah.
And my goal is just to give them back.
So if your parents are happy, that will accomplish your goal, like success.
For that moment, yes.
Yes.
So from there, we'll see what will be my success. Maybe $1 billion.
Yeah. Why not?
Building, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Alex. I really appreciate the podcast. I hope that the audience can really take a look of who you are, and there's a lot to talk about you, and hopefully people will contact you, but you seem to know a lot about marketing. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for having me on your podcast.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. So see you on the next show, guys. Bye.
Yeah.